Okay, welcome back, and we're looking at the security situation in the southeast, and there seems to be a thought that it's all intertwined, unfortunately, with criminality and political agitation. That is to say, the IPOB, on one hand, that is seen as a political agitation, but people are being very, very careful how they speak about it. Oftentimes, even from within the southeast again itself, it's not the most popular subject. Speak to any person of caliber, any notable person there. Oftentimes they beg off, say, you know what, just please leave me out of this. I've said all I want to say on this matter. The long and short of it is that there's no reason not to let Nnamdi Kanu go, but can we move on to other subjects, please? So, so you get the impression that it's something of a hot potato.
Yes, it is.
It's something of a hot potato. And you made the point that, look, it has now mixed up with wanton criminality. There are people who are hiding on its shadows and are saying that, look, if they are agitating for something, we are also agitating for something, but they dare not say it out loud that they are agitating for ransom money, for criminality,
I think that's where the executive governors of each of those states become highly instructive. If you are the chief security officer of your state and you've been able to take some steps, maybe like the establishment of Ubebeagu or what the name is, and there's some other paramilitary organizations and agencies, I think the state governors should be able to take it beyond the level of rhetorics. You see, there is nothing the state government cannot do if they decide to do it, with or without gun. With or without gun.
Working together is the problem.
In your own state.
Well, in your
own state. See, it's not compulsory that you must be united. Wholesomely. It's necessary. It's good for the good of all. But now, as we speak, Egbon, if other states are not ready to unite with you, you have the primary responsibility to ensure the security and safety of your own state.
And you don't think enough is being done in that?
I don't think so. Look, let's give credit to Obiano, what's his name, the former governor of Anambra State, and even Peter Obi. Remember that during this young man's or this man's time, in short, Anambra was the headquarters of kidnapping until they started the idea of the house. If your house is discovered to be the hideout for kidnappers, it will be demolished, and they were intentional about it, to the extent that kidnappers had to run away from that state. And that's what we are talking about.
Yeah.
Let the governors be intentional. Look, you have traditional rulers. You have AOBs and the like. Tax them that in your community, if we hear of any case, let's start from the issue of kidnapping. Let's even leave the issue of terrorism. If we hear issues of kidnapping in your own territory, consider yourself deposed.
There will be questions. Arinze in Aja. Good morning to you, sir. Well.
So if you tell the traditional rulers like that, and you give them marching order, and you also give them some things to make sure that you are encouraging them to do what, look, there will be results. They know all the miscreants in their community. They know the boys that are capable of committing certain crime in their community. They know if a goat is stolen. They know which of the boys in that community is most probably the culprit. So these are areas the government should truly harness and ensure that traditional settings and rulers are brought in to the extent that they are participatory in the security of that state. Not just to put everything on federal government, everything on federal police, everything on army and the like. The government agents, they are already more or less like highly overwhelmed. The security, we are not at war, but look at our military. Out of about 36 states or so, they are functionally active in more than about 34 states of the federation. And we are not in war. So these are things that can be de-emphasized. If the governors are able to understand that the security votes that they are giving is for a purpose. It's not just for jamborees and the like. It's for a purpose. Use it for that purpose effectively. And your state, with or without federal government, will experience some level of peace.
So what do you think is preventing that? Is it inexperience? Is it laziness? And in any case, in what way is this really different from what we say about insecurity in the north as well?
It's not like, I've said...
insecurity in the north as well, as it relates to the governor's response to it.
No, this is a national challenge. And if you begin to expand the security challenge in the southeast, you talk about the so-called unknown gunmen now. Now it will shock you that there is an act of it that may be nexus to the terrorists in the east, in the north. There's aspect of it that will be nexus, to the criminals in the north central and all those stuff like that. It may shock you that, you see, terrorism work with a coordinated central command and with high level of deception. So if you look very deeply into the phrase unknown gunmen, there's nothing called unknown gunmen. They are all known human beings working at different strategies and at different levels. So what is happening in the northeast may not be fundamentally different from what is happening in the southeast, except for some of these things, the introduction of the political aspect of it. But I still believe very well that the south is very educated. The governors in the south, especially the southeast, they are extremely educated and exposed. So they should know what to do. And it's not as if it's a rocket science. It's just being intentional about it. The traditional rulers should be able to support the governors, because that is a state. With due respect to the northeast, it's in the northeast you will see that traditional institutions and the political class, they seems not to be in any harmony. They seems to be independent of themselves. That high respect and high regard for traditional setting and traditional institution is not in the southeast. Unlike in the north, unlike in the southwest here, when if an Oba stands up, all of you must, prostrate or bow and reverence that person. So whatever he's telling you is going to be, accepted and honored.
Yes.
But in the southeast, if you have money bigger and better than the Obi, for goodness sake, he cannot ask you to sit down.
Okay. Mba in Lagos.
Hello.
Mba, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
I am from Imo State.
Okay.
I want to contribute to what you are saying.
Please, go ahead.
It's happening in Southeast.
Go ahead.
One time last year, I traveled home. I had to take bike, what we call Okada. I told the guy, why is it that you people are not allowing people to move out on Mondays? He said, Madam, don't talk about that. See what this government is doing to Nnamdi Kanu. Anybody that wants to try it, that's the only way they will respect him. I said, my brother, you don't understand what you're talking. Does it affect the federal government? Is that a protest to the federal? The guy dropped me where he dropped me at that spot and collected his money and said, we are the people selling Igbos. Now, what am I trying to bring in? Let the governors do more. They are not educating them. Let there be enlightenment all over. I know they are killing security men. Now I want to talk about the unknown gunmen. Some of these unknown gunmen, like my state, they are from the governor. He's making it to look as if there is trouble over there. It happened that I'm the president general of my community, women development, all over. That is home and abroad. This August meeting that we always go. I spoke to the youth over there last August. I said, you people must desist from all this nonsense. It was from there I now understand that it was our governor who is sponsoring those unknown gunmen, so that it will look as if they are the people killing them. I tried my best to convince the mothers, because children are closer to mothers than their father. I spoke to the women. Every day I go around with town crier, I continue to talk. What am I trying to say? Let the government do more. They have not done enough. In fact, somebody called me from village this morning. I'm in my office. Somebody called me to give me a report that some of the boys smoking in their hemp and all the rest of them, they have surrendered. They went to a reverend father and said they don't want to do it again. So you can see that was just August that I went around for 16 villages. Let our governor, through the councillor, do more. Let our governor, through the chairman, local government chairman, through the councillors, because these are grassroots people. Why are the people doing this? It's wrong what they are doing. Killing people, innocent people. Now they have changed the name to what do they call them? That they are cultists. It's not cultists, so somebody also called me to confirm. Since Saturday, this problem has been on at Nibo. People called me to say this is what is going on. I cannot from Lagos go there. And from Imo State, Nibo is in Anambra. There should be a president general of the women there. Let her come out and talk to the boys as a mother. Cry and beg them. That was what I did for 1 week in August that we went for God's meeting. Thank you. That's my little contribution.
Thank you very much.
You.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mba, for the contribution. He's going to an area that... Yes, sorry. That people are saying that the governors in the 5 states can do a heck of a lot more than they have done so far, which is probably not the same as to say that they've not done anything, but that they can do a lot more. Just like we used to say in relation to other areas, and even the government, remember when the government had this slogan about armed robber no be masquerade? We know them. We know them. People know them.
Yes.
But there's this whole matter about the citizenry, maybe they've been intimidated.
The apathy towards reportage.
Because why is that there that apathy? I think it's because we know them. Because hardly any household...
Not just because you know them. At times it could also be because of that breach of information that boomerangs.
Okay.
So if you report maybe the case of an armed robber, a suspected armed robber, and even before the young man was arrested, you've been arrested yourself. And your neighbors are aware that you've been dealt with accordingly. If they had similar situation, maybe the best they can do is to go and tell the Reverend Father as it were. But a lot of things have become cultural in this country. And I think I want to agree with the last speaker that as far as orientation is concerned, there is a lot to be done. A lot to be done. From that grassroots level, good enough the local government has gotten autonomy now. We are not talking about local government election, which will now reduce the pressure on the governors. Because as good as it may sound now, local government chairmen will now become accountable. They'll become accountable to some of the security challenges in their own domain. So which is a good one. That means the councillors and the like will now have to work harder than before to ensure the safety and security of their communities. The same thing with the chairmen, the traditional rulers and the like. Now, this whole thing is a product of unity among all the stakeholders. One person can't do it. A group of people can't do it. It has to be everybody. So we can't all put everything on the government. Government has the principal responsibility to carry. But the one that are, annexures, adjournment and all those stuff like that, the people that have such responsibility must not shy away from their responsibility. Because who are the people dying? It's not those that are in government that are dying. Indeed. It's you. It's the people in that community.
Okay. Emmanuel in Ikotuogbe, Egbe. Good morning, sir.
Hello, good morning.
Okay, please go ahead.
This is Emmanuel Albert from Ikotuogbe, Almost local government of Lagos State.
Okay.
I want to make my comment concerning the Mr. George that spoke concerning the issue of insecurity in Southeast. And he actually said that the elders, he said that the elders of the eastern part, he said that elders from the eastern part, they are hypocrites about the issue of insecurity amendment that when such a young man who the result they want to declare the same in the Southwest, that Edgar from Southwest was able to shut it down. But what if you don't know about, or you do not remember, is that the issue of the Southeast and the South of West is not the same. In the Southeast, there has been the issue of Falcon dance, the issue of crocodile smile, the issue of unknown government. The people that are is not in the Southwest here. So you can't compare the insecurity in the Southwest and that of the East. And the issue of marginalization and all that happened at the past. So let him know that Southeast is a different case. You can't compare it with that of the situation in the Southwest here. So the federal government has to do something by actually having dialogue with the elders of the Indigo, the traditional rulers, and the governors. Let them see how they can settle this issue amicably. It is a political issue, and they can settle it if they really want to. That's what I want to say.
Thank you. Thank you very much for calling in with that. You know that it's not as simplistic as what the gentleman is saying. As well, it might have been taken from George's, contribution. That I saw that you smiled when he began to enumerate the different condiments that make up this particularly distasteful stew that we all now, are having to confront with us. Well, it's a situation. People have always gone back to the matter of people need to work together. You alluded to it when you said that, look, if a governor makes it too hot for all these criminal elements, start from criminal elements, criminality. If a given governor makes it too hot, let there be nowhere for them to run to. You can't...
Uncle Yori, it takes a criminal mind to even kill. It does not. The issue is not agitation. It takes a criminal mind to inflict injury on another person. When you are not a soldier, you are not a policeman, you are not in any of the forces. Are you there with me, Uncle Yori?
Yes, I hear you.
Now, out of anger or your agitation, or so-called agitation, to destroy and to injure, and worst of all, to kill, I'm sorry to say, it takes a criminal mind. I stand to be corrected. It takes a criminal mind.
For what? Exactly. So
for
to that
anybody
extent, from that
to
definition, anybody who is likely to, engage themselves in such conduct is an enemy of the state.
As far as I'm concerned, has the criminal tendency. Look, we all have reasons to be angry in this country, Uncle Yori. How much are you earning, Uncle Yori? Are you happy with what is happening in this country? Are you comfortable with what is happening? How much are you paying on petrol and gas? How much are you paying on your electricity? Are you happy? Why are you not carrying guns? Why are you not fighting or beating? Even the people you are fighting are not the cause of your problem. That's the pain in it. Innocent people, they are facing the same trouble like you, facing the same challenge like you. Some of them are even worse off. And you go to the road, and shoot them, kill them, because according to you, you want to pass a message to Mr. President. If you are bold enough, please go to Aso Rock.
Sonny Adenuga in the UK. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, and thanks to the